Well, good morning everyone, it's Paulie from Biking Life, and it's been a little while, hasn't it? Wow. I haven't actually ridden Big Red, for over 2 weeks now. I've been using the wife's car to go to work, backwards and forwards. Hence why I haven't made any vlogging videos. And it actually feels strange getting back on Big Red. Yeah, over 2 weeks, that's the longest time I've actually ever been off Big Red. It does feel good to be back on in mind, I will say that. The weather's not that good today, I'm afraid. I had to do that, I couldn't resist. But I have been out filming. I went out yesterday to film the long-awaited Ravenscar railway station and tunnel for the MC Urban Exploration channel. And I've got back. Oh, it's such a carry-on, always a carry-on. But anyway, the actual trip there went smoothly because we set off early. Unfortunately, my good friend Neil was unavailable. He had a prior engagement, let's put it that way. And so I went and I took my father-in-law, and the trip went very smoothly. And the filming went really well. But, this is the but, when I got back home to review the footage, I noticed that the image in the Ravenscar tunnel wasn't too clever in parts. And so I'm starting to wonder what the hell's going on. This is me Samsung S21 I'm filming on. Now, what I'd done, just so you get the story right, is I'd bought another handheld stabiliser. It's like in the shape of a U. Now the phone attaches on the bottom, you can have the light on the top. I'll show you a picture of that anyway. And so what I'd done is I thought, rather than use the gimbal, I'll use that, it's really easy to use and much nice. You know, everything's in one place. So I'm using the phone's own image stabilisation, super smooth stabilisation on it. Now it's perfectly fine when you're filming in great light, you know, sunshine and stuff like that, because you do not notice anything. All you see is absolutely fantastic footage, and it's very stable. But when it's dark, you notice how pixelated the image becomes. Now I thought, surely this can't be the case. So last night I put the image stabilisation pointed at the carpet, and it was pixelating the carpet, and I thought, well, this is in Ultra HD, you know, 60 frames a second. And yet the picture that was coming through was pixelating, because it's overcompensated, see, for the image stabilisation. Anyway, I turned the image stabilisation off and did the same thing, and the image was crystal clear. And so now I know that to film in the tunnel, I was using, when I was filming the tunnel, should I say, I was using the image stabilisation on the phone, and I shouldn't have been. I should have actually put the phone on my gimbal and gone through the gimbal app, because it doesn't use my image stabilisation, and hence why the footage is absolutely blooming brilliant. So, having said all that, now I've decided that the part that I filmed in the tunnel I'm going to have to go back and do, because I am one of these people that I won't settle for second best. I want to get things right, and it is for your viewing pleasure at the end of the day. So I'm going to go back on Wednesday. Yeah, some people must think I'm blooming crazy going. I mean, Ravenscar Tunnel is quite a distance from us. Well, I say quite a distance, it's along some piddly roads, but in some of the most beautiful countryside that you've ever seen in your life, and the views are outstanding. So yes, I'm going back over, and I will be filming the tunnel part. Bearing in mind this tunnel's only 279 yards long, so it doesn't take you long to get through it, which is quite surprising, because when you compare them to Kettleness and Sandsend, you know, it's a bit of a difference. Walking through it there and back is quicker than going through the Kettleness one, and definitely the Sandsend one, because the Sandsend tunnel's nearly a mile. Oh, it's good to be back waffling in front of the, well, I say in front of the camera. I'm not in front of the camera anymore. Well, that was a strange thing as well. Getting used to talking in front of the camera is not normally what I do, because I'm behind the camera, aren't I, when you think about it. Yes, I think the weather's going to be, well, the weather's forecast better this month actually. And also, you know, when you're not getting a video every other day and stuff like that, you know, when you do actually get one, there's more to talk about, there's a bit more going on, blah blah blah. Oh, it's good to be back. It makes it more pleasurable for me doing these. It really does, you know, when I'm not doing it every day. Come on. Yes, it does. Like I say, 2 weeks I've not ridden this fella for, and 2 weeks I've actually used the wife's car to go to work. Woohoo! That's the most I've used a car in a couple of years, I'll tell you. And don't get me wrong, what I mean, normally you can tell the difference, but this time I just sat back and thought, I'll get there when I get there. And I joined the mad crowd. I thought, well, I'm not rushing, and I didn't rush at all. And to be honest with you, you know, you save juice and everything, don't you? And save wear and tear on your car. And I thought to myself, oh God, I would have been past all this if I'd have had Big Red. Ah, good to have you out, son. So yeah, what do you think of that then, having to go back and film it? I mean, it just shows you that you're on a learning curve all the time. When you think you've done something correctly, you know, it takes something else to actually make you realise that something's wrong. I mean, inside the actual tunnel was all misty at the, you know, the front. There was quite a lot of sort of rain or mist in the air in the tunnel with the water vapour, and that's what made me think, well, it must be that, but no, it wasn't there at all. It's the image stabilisation that's on my phone that was causing the trouble. So yes, it's good to use that when it's clear conditions and bright and sunny, but definitely not in the darkness. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to go into the tunnel, I'm going to film from the doorway and walk through the tunnel, show you a few things that are in there, because there's some interesting things. And there's some sort of things that are laid on the floor, quite a few of them, and I don't know where they've come from that they're in there. Too big to have been sort of brought in by anyone else, but I'll show you them in the video, and you can tell me what they are, all you real enthusiasts out there. Well, it was forecast rain today, and I thought, well, I'm not putting my rain gear on. And so far, touch wood, it's not rained. Well, it's been raining, but it isn't raining now. And it is 16 degrees. The temperature is warming up. You can tell it's 16 degrees and all. Do you know, having that 2-week break off Big Red's made a massive difference. I'm actually really enjoying being on it. It's nice because you do tend to think, oh God, again, I've been on this fella non-stop. And you know, you don't really want to go out touring anywhere because you've been on him all the time. You're never off the fella. But I will tell you this, when I do go over on Wednesday to film the tunnel, I'm actually going over on Big Red. Because what I'm going to do is I'm obviously going to have to go to work. And I'm going to have to take my camera gear to work with me. And then go over straight from work over to Ravenscar, which is way past Whitby, and park up, lock Big Red up, and then quickly go do the tunnel part, which, as I said, won't take long, and the bike should be okay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. It'll be a nice trip. And then on Friday, I am off with my wife to Edinburgh. It's her birthday. Well, it's her birthday on the 14th and mine on the 19th. So we decided to go to Edinburgh to celebrate both of them, really. Yes, all this filming and stuff like that is, you know, it can be quite complicated, and it's a learning process, isn't it? You learn as you go on, you learn things, and you need to make mistakes so you don't do them again. Because the true saying is, you learn by your mistakes, and you really do. Anyway, folks, I just want to do that video for you, and I've got really nothing more to say, so there's no point dragging this video on. But, you know, you should check out the railway video that I'm doing on Ravenscar, because it is a good one. There's a lot of history, and we've put a lot of effort into this one. So it'd be nice for you to check it out. Anyway, once I get through these blooming lights, I shall say bye for now. But I'm not through them, am I yet? And there's no point racing because this goes off and then you've got to go. Time you get to that one, watch this. So I'll just take it nice and steady. Hopefully by the time I get to this point it might have gone. Come on. So yes, that is going to be the end of the video. It's good to be back. And I will say, I've been Paul from Biking Life, my friends. Bye for now, folks. Bye. Come on.